Coming up on this episode of Cade Friends, Joseph Beard and Hannah Gray.
My parents were eaten by a polar bear.
But what is Riverdale?
Boy, when I die, I sure hope I die.
Guys, you're gonna make this completely unairable.
Listen, we didn't get any rules.
When are you gonna release the Gronk'd cut?
Alien spaceships should not be flying in the rain. Mixed with H2O molecules, it just like it can
Also
cause
makes it slippery.
malfunctions. It makes it so slippery and they'll slide right off.
You wanted fire? Sorry, Cheryl Bombshell. My specialty's ice.
Joseph and Hannah were in a movie together called Ribbon. I wrote and directed it. The entire shoot was this.
It was miserable filming with us, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I would like to make squelch sounds on the pod.
Permission to squelch.
Please don't do stuff like that when it's just me on camera, okay? You have to wait till it's you guys are. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Cade and Friends. I am joined this time with a Joseph Beard and Hannah Gray.
No, that's us.
Hi,
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Hannah.
Yes.
We use last names on the pod.
Dude, I don't need to redo the
We
opening.
use
No.
last names on the cast.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's chill. I love that.
Okay.
Nobody look me up.
I mean, I think people can find you in a sense,
Don't
right?
find me. Wait,
can
which
find
camera do
you.
I look into?
Yeah, the wide
Don't
one.
find me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are public figures, right?
Yeah.
In a lot of respects.
Yeah.
Some
I was
respects.
the
Yeah.
governor for a while.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You were governor. And which state again?
This one.
This one, the one we're currently
What is
in.
this one?
Oh, I don't want to.
We don't want to dox it.
point, good point.
But if you did Google Governor Joseph Beard, it would come up, right? The
Oh
state.
yeah. Oh yeah. You'll get a couple of pictures that come up too.
Yeah. There was a huge scandal.
I mean, I wouldn't even Scandal doesn't even begin to cover it.
Crimes,
It
war
was-
crimes.
It was bad. The cartel?
Yeah.
Because I do pretty well. I did.
You did.
I don't, not so much anymore.
Past
Yeah.
life.
Past.
life.
Well, it is kind of. I was a different name, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, don't Google
Once
Google.
Senator James.
Yeah.
Don't.
Google.
I'm not going to dox you again.
You just.
Yeah.
I didn't use your last name, so it doesn't count.
It's not. I'm just saying.
They can't find you now. They can't rewind 10 seconds and hear your last name. So everything's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we done?
So Hannah,
Yeah.
how's life?
Life is so good. Life
good
is
to
so
hear.
slay, honestly.
Life is slay.
Life is so slay.
Oh, so
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Is your life going so slay right
Yeah,
now?
I must say I haven't ever put it that way, but in so many words, sure, my life is also so slay.
I'm so happy for you. How's your life? Are you going so slay right now?
Yeah. Well, first off, I want to critique this whole thing. Is that your new vocabulary, Hannah, that you're trying out here?
Yeah. No, life's good. Life's chill.
Sure.
Trying out new words. Trying out so slay. 3 years too late.
I think it's coming back.
It's coming back. It's making a second round.
Second round.
It's so slay.
It's so slay. I'm happy to be here.
Can't go wrong with alliteration.
So actually, I
Yeah.
want to, bring us down to reality a little bit, slightly.
Oh, I thought we were being real.
Not on board with that. We were told that we were going to do that.
Okay, cut. And the fantasy's over. Fantasy podcast done.
We stopped this interview because we stopped. I was not told this was gonna.
I'm not here to answer questions. I thought we were just going to hang out.
I was told we were gonna talk about fantasy, Lord of the Rings stuff like that. But yeah,
Dragons,
Let's talk about real
wizards.
life. Let's talk about real life, like taxes or
Fun.
bills.
They're
Yeah,
coming
great.
up.
It was
Jobs.
It was just a single sentence I was going to say. But thank you for making this a long thing. I was just going to say to Hannah, Hannah, you haven't been on the pod in a very, very long time.
Yeah, why is that?
Because, well, the pod that I was going to be on, through some sort of, say, mystical, magical means, is gone.
Oh, what a
is lost to
coincidence.
us all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's probably been, 1, maybe 2 since I've been here.
I think 6.
Yeah.
Maybe 6. It could be 6.
Yeah, it's been you haven't been on the show this pod in I think probably about 15.
15, really, that many?
That's a bit of an exaggeration.
I feel like I've been here, though.
It's an overreaction.
You definitely. So to be fair, you were on the you were my second guest.
I was.
Yeah, second guest on the show, and I was like, "Oh, Hannah's going to be a regular on here," and then we technically did a. You were part of the Girl Scout cookies video,
The taste test.
which was technically
That was
a
you.
semi-pilot, but it.
Was that last year, February or March or
Yes.
April?
Yeah,
We're coming up on the anniversary. Time to do it all again, baby. Maybe they've changed. Maybe they took our feedback into consideration.
Ooh.
they did. Well, they added a new cookie. There's a raspberry cookie.
I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
they listen to us too well.
Did any of us say specifically we want more raspberry in this?
I do recall saying that I don't want raspberry, I don't want raspberry, I don't want raspberry, I don't want raspberry. I yelled that.
You yelled that. Yeah.
I yelled it.
But the question on the table is, do you think they'd listen to our feedback?
Yeah, and then they did the opposite.
Yeah. Okay.
We're no experts.
I mean, I beg to differ, but I guess it's all what Little Miss Girl Scout thinks.
Yeah. Little Miss Girl Scout. She
I
makes the
wouldn't.
decisions.
I wouldn't infantilize her like that.
Whatever.
Miss grown woman Girl Scout to you.
Okay, well then, maybe
Woman Scout.
maybe if she listened to me better, I'd show her respect.
Okay.
So,
This is not that kind of podcast. Hostile environment. We're starting off so
Yeah.
hostile.
she made it hostile when she added raspberries to the cookies.
Okay. Joseph.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm allergic.
Oh no.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Well, we'll have some Benadryls.
I'm not actually allergic.
They have a new Benadryl flavor.
Is it?
You could eat side by side, and then you wouldn't get hurt.
So, Joseph,
Yeah.
how did you meet Hannah?
I met Hannah through a guy that all three of us know. I'm not gonna say his name. I don't want to get him in trouble or nothing, but if you know, you know. But I was at a college, and this guy who
We could make this quick if we could.
okay.
How do we know him?
He was in the theater, and then I went to the theater, and then Hannah was there, and that's how I met her.
What was the experience like?
It was okay. I was nervous. I think it was auditions. You did auditions or after a show that she came to see that I met her.
Okay.
It was one or the other.
Yeah, you were Dear Man.
Was that when you first met me?
I don't know if we met, but I think that's the first time I saw you.
Okay.
That you didn't see me.
No, I didn't. I had that.
First of many.
Yeah. Well, you're always like in a blind spot, and you have like this thing where like you just kind of look blurry.
Yeah, it's sort of this like cryptid thing, but for the
Yeah.
most part, I think it's just like who I am.
Like at first, I thought it was just like on film or something, but then I like took off my glasses. I kind of like I wiped them off, and no, you're still blurry. It's weird.
Yeah, in photos, I'm just an orb.
And it's like it's kind of funny, like how you get closer to something and it becomes more defined, more
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Oh yeah. That's odd.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry.
I'm just saying, like it's
I'm a little sensitive about that.
it's a little weird, like it's kind of freakish, It's definitely not normal.
Yeah.
What is normal?
Is she upset? I can't tell.
If you could just say the line, "I was in the movie Ribbon with Joseph."
I will not be fed lines. I'm no.
You're trying to make a false narrative. That's not when we met.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, no, we didn't meet then.
Yeah.
We were in a movie called Ribbon together, directed by not important. And
By some guy.
some-
We spent many a month
some
filming.
dude,
We did a dance sequence. We stood outside in the cold. We went to an abandoned mall.
Yeah.
Table abandoned mall.
That's me.
Joseph and Hannah were in a movie together called Ribbon. I wrote and directed it. It was a
Okay, Flex. Go on.
I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, I was wondering where we knew him from.
Gonna drive me crazy.
the entire shoot was this. So
It was miserable filming with us. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Giving us direction is like trying to round up a couple of toddlers in a toy store.
We don't take direction.
No.
He's like, hey, say these lines that I wrote. And we're like, okay, we'll improv.
Or yeah, he's like, stop getting your peanut butter hands and everything. I was like, yeah, whatever, Dad.
Oh, you mean this nice mansion you rented? Okay.
I think part of their pay is getting the peanut butter off the walls, Cade. It's part of their job. They were very happy to have us.
you think that was a line item in their job description?
Cleaning up peanut butter.
Yeah.
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 I think that's why they were so happy to see us.
Yeah. And if you couldn't tell, Joseph and Hannah are actors.
I'm not.
We're storytellers. We are truth spreaders.
No, I'm just a
But
liar.
actors.
Would
that's fair.
you put that in your in your bio? Truth spreaders?
Yeah, obviously. It's already there.
No context.
No,
If I saw somebody's like resume that said truth spreaders, I would not think that's a good thing.
well, that's why I put it pretty low on my resume, but high in my cover letter.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
When you heard that?
I'm currently employed at Truth Spreader.
Is that related to the Oath Keepers at all?
No.
All right, I shouldn't have asked.
No
that.
affiliation.
That's
Listen,
none of my business.
Truth Spreaders are an independent organization affiliated and associated with no
Damn
one,
right, it's independent.
except for the truth.
What about the truth? Yeah, you guys like.
We spread it
That's fair.
like peanut butter on the walls of a mansion.
There you go.
That was so Alex of you. I miss him.
I was thinking Alex was gonna be here.
You thought Alex was going to be here?
Alex, our official fourth roommate.
Where's my Alex at?
Alex is away on a
What did you do to him?
on a mission.
It all went down, huh?
Yeah. So here we are in a new segment where, we were in a, we were in Ribbon. I was in
Ribbon.
I was in Ribbon.
You were there.
When were you in Ribbon?
I was the voice at one point at the mall thing. That's when I was in Ribbon. The rest of the time I was
did the announcements.
I did the announcement, but
All
anyways,
great directors cameo in their films.
exactly. But you played Maggie, you played Michael, and so much was so many different drafts of the script existed. Various
A lot of different drafts.
a lot of different drafts. A lot of this bit would be good, and then it's like, and then you had to tighten it and make the really, if there was anything, they'd say that Ribbon was incredibly tight for a short film that was 60 minutes long. Yeah,
Bro, it was toy.
yeah. Is that what they'd say?
Oh yeah, it was toy.
That's good. I'm glad. I remembered that. Whenever all the reviewers said that, I was tempted to put that on the poster.
It was kind of weird how they all only said like that's tight.
Yeah, that was repeatedly the headline of a lot of the reviews. Anyways, we have a script here. I would love for you guys to read of a deleted scene from Ribbon.
We've never done this
scene.
before.
It's all new.
So this one's a really interesting scene. So if you want to do that, there is some. I will read stage directions, of course, because there are some things that you'll need to know action wise what happens in this, and there are some characters. Of course, we only have Michael and Maggie Wyatt here with us. I will read any extra characters that aren't on there.
Do they have a last name?
Never says Wyatt.
Wyatt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael.
They never said that.
They definitely
did.
did. They definitely did.
No.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
So this is during the phone call scene of Michael and Maggie whenever they first phone call each other. So it includes part that was still there. So go ahead, Michael.
I'm not the first line.
Oh, sorry. Michael is on the phone with Maggie.
Maggie, why are you calling me at work?
I just wanted to see how you're doing.
Now is really not a good time. Can you call me after I get off?
No, I need to talk to you right now.
To ask me how I'm doing? Maggie, I haven't heard from you in almost a year.
I know, but I need somewhere to stay. I left the house and I have nowhere else to go. Can I stay at your place for a bit?
Okay, yeah, sure. You still have the key?
No, I lost the key.
How did you lose the key, Maggie?
Look, keys are easy to lose. Have you ever lost something important?
Flashback to Michael and Maggie as kids. Maggie runs up to Michael with a doll.
Look, Michael, I got a new doll. Her name is Jessica.
Jessica is a stupid name. What's wrong with our stuffed monkey Gronk'd?
Where is Gronk'd? I haven't seen him since we had that big yard sale.
I don't know. He's probably around here somewhere.
Cuts to Michael getting tucked into bed by his dad.
Dad, have you seen Gronk'd?
Well, we didn't accidentally sell him at the yard sale, if that's what you're asking.
That wasn't what I was asking. I just haven't seen him in a while.
Look, Michael, things die, including Gronk'd, okay? Gronk'd is dead. He died, and he is never coming back. Maybe it's your fault for not loving him enough, but you shouldn't think that way, all right? Have a good night. Dad gets up, turns off the lights. Michael cries himself to sleep. Cuts back to Maggie and Michael's phone conversation.
Have you ever lost something important, Michael?
No.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Filming was weird for that one because we did have to play our child selves.
I thought it was kind of cool how like you got us in that machine and it really did turn us younger.
Yeah. That was a good thing that was reversible. That we eventually found the.
Yeah, it took a while though.
Yeah,
We were children for 6 months.
Yeah, I definitely did have to go to my job about 4 feet shorter than I was, which made it kind of a problem.
Yeah, but hey, it all worked. But all ends well.
Have you ever seen a toddler try and pour a gallon of Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Yeah, so try imagining doing that like 50 times a day. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Huh. Well, at least you have a good story about
you know how many? It's not a good story. You know how many ants?
I think
It's a fine story.
Good content right now.
I feel like I'm being silenced.
No, I'm saying it's a good story, and that's the end of it.
Was that the end of it? Do you want to keep going?
No, it's fine. I just don't.
Okay.
I would.
So that was from a cut. We were going, Gronk'd referenced in the movie at one point.
I'm still just pissed that we did all of that and you didn't even use any of the footage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's just all I wanted. The last thing on that.
Yeah, and so I'm sorry about that. I do somewhat feel bad, but it made the movie streamlined.
Ribbon would have come out 2 years earlier if you hadn't accidentally turned us into children. I'd like to remind you of that.
For scenes that he didn't use.
Yeah, for scenes that were ultimately left on the cutting room floor.
Well, it seemed that, again, streamlining it at the moment, it seemed like the right call.
You see, he told you it was on the cutting room floor. He didn't ever take the lens cap off. That's what it was.
Oh.
He just forgot.
Well, it's a technical difficulty. I can forgive that.
The
I would
technical
never do
difficulty
that.
was the whiskey on his breath.
Yeah, well, it makes me work better.
Yeah, sure.
Like most great writers.
Yeah.
And artists.
I have another scene for us.
Oh, goody.
Good.
Joy.
This is again from the Gronk'd cut that got cut. I'm so sorry.
When are you gonna release the Gronk'd cut?
Unrated.
Here you go. Here's your.
Give those here. Give me those bad boys.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
This was from the first scene where Michael and Maggie are in the apartment together when she first arrives, and they're sitting there together eating. Here it is. Michael and Maggie are eating dinner in Michael's apartment.
So, how's your life going? What happened with Mom and Dad today?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why?
You're just going to say I told you so, and I don't want to hear it.
I won't say anything.
You promise?
Promise.
You promise on Gronk'd?
You're gonna make me promise on our dead stuffed monkey from childhood?
Weird that you call him dead, but yes.
Sure. Yeah, fine. I promise on Gronk'd. Why is Gronk'd so important to you anyway?
Flashback to Maggie being tucked into bed by her mom.
Mom, have you seen Gronk'd?
Well, we didn't accidentally sell him at the yard sale, if that's what you're asking.
That wasn't what I was asking. I just haven't seen him in a while.
And that's for a good reason. He's in a better place.
Cincinnati.
That's right, Cincinnati. We had a big going away party and everything, but you weren't invited.
Why not?
He said that needs improvement that you got in math really bothered him.
Gronk'd saw my report card.
Gronk'd sees all report cards. Some say it's his magical power. And last semester, you broke his fucking heart.
No.
But he's in Cincinnati now. So, good night. Mom gets up, turns off the lights. Maggie cries herself to sleep. Cuts back to Maggie and Michael's conversation.
Maggie, why is Gronk'd so important to you anyway?
No reason.
Great.
It was great.
Wow.
It was really different.
Beautifully written.
Yeah.
I forgot how touching that scene was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of like a nice Call back.
There's parallels. We do that a lot in Ribbon. It's
really
yeah,
cool. Yeah,
it's a subtle thing.
Realize that.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways that Michael and Maggie are the inverse of each other.
Yeah.
But they still have like these experiences that, join them.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yes.
different, but same.
Yeah.
Same. But
And they're both
different?
dealing with trauma of they both think that somehow Gronk'd's leaving is their fault. That's
parenting.
That's parenting. And I mean, some people, we had screened the Gronk'd cut at a festival. And it was interesting because people really sided with the parents, and I found that to be weird.
Yeah, we had to be rushed out of there, didn't we?
Yeah.
The panel was intense.
Like people got really upset with us that we, weren't taking the parent side.
Yeah.
The report card thing, they were mad at me.
Yeah.
Not even the writer.
I broke down crying and people just laughed.
Yeah.
So it was bad.
They threw-
That was awful.
Yeah. Well, the crowd at Cannes is always very difficult, they say.
And I just think it was such a bad idea to have that next to like that rotten produce sale.
Yeah.
Really didn't help us.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, well. Fun fact, I was able to salvage the third and final scene from the Gronk'd cut.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I think
Not this one. It's not the one I'm thinking of, is it?
It is the one that you're thinking of. And it's where it all kind of comes to a head.
I don't know if I can do it anymore.
Well, I know you had to go to some emotional places for this one.
I can feel my stomach in the back of my throat.
Well, don't. And sorry.
This is what we dealt with for 4 years of our life?
Yeah, 4 years. Well,
A few of which we were children.
Yeah, if you
They'll
were
all coming back.
great.
It's okay. Remember breath.
It's easier to breathe now that my lungs are full-sized adult lungs.
It's interesting how that works.
Yeah, for a bit, the transition didn't work, and you had child lungs in your adult body. Yeah, so this is
Thank you.
From the scene of the ribbon dancing competition, climax of the movie. Really wonderful scene. This was extended, of course, from what you saw in the film. There's 2 pages here.
Okay, I was confused.
Not just one this time. So this is them middle of the huge dancing thing. Maggie's, of course, dancing alone, ribbon dancing alone. Eventually, Michael runs on stage and joins. Remember that whole thing? Music's very loud during this scene, of course.
What was the song again?
The song was changed by Chrim. I mean, we did have a different song originally, but that is the song that, of course, is playing over everything. It's the beautiful ribbon dancing sequence.
Yes.
Halfway through the song, Maggie and Michael join hands. Remember that great one? And then you guys have a heart-to-heart while the music is blaring behind you.
Yes, in front of a small crowd of
Yes.
an abandoned JCPenney's.
Exactly. So this is where you're kind of pushing. There's 2 papers there, right?
Hey, are there 2 papers?
There's 2 papers.
The second one scared me.
Okay, so anyways, so they have a heart-to-heart while the music is blaring.
You were right, Michael. The world is a shitty, shitty place, and you should just close yourself off so you'll never get hurt again.
No, Maggie, you were right. Connor's a good person, and I was wrong to think otherwise. Not everyone in the world is out to hurt you.
But they will, Michael. Give them time. My horrible math skills broke Gronk'd's fucking heart.
What?
Gronk'd. Stuffed monkey from our childhood. He saw my 2nd grade report card and Mom said that's why he's left. I'm sorry. I know how much he meant to you.
No, Maggie. Gronk'd is dead.
Huh?
He's dead, and Maggie, I'm so sorry I killed him.
When did you go to Cincinnati?
What?
Mom told me he moved to Cincinnati because I failed him.
No, Dad told me he died because I didn't love him enough.
Why would they tell us that?
I honestly think that conversation had some long-lasting emotional effects on me.
But at least we're making appropriate decisions as adults. Now let's finish this ribbon dance.
Michael and Maggie and Michael finish their ribbon dancing routine as the screen fades to black. Fade up to Maggie and Michael picking food from the snack table in the backstage area.
Did you try the hummus? It's average at best.
I kind of like the hummus.
A voice is heard. Hey, you 2 did great out there. Maggie and Michael look over to the ghost of a stuffed monkey.
Gronk'd!
Oh my God!
Hello, children. It is I, Gronk'd, the ghost of your stuffed monkey from childhood. I came here to get an Olive Garden coupon, but never expected to see my old friends and owners.
What's happening right now?
Did we do good, Gronk'd?
Well, according to me, you both were fabulous.
I knew it!
But according to the judge's report card, which I can see from my magical powers, they say you need improvement.
No! I'm so sorry to break break your heart again, Gronk'd. I didn't mean to make you leave all those years ago with my 2nd grade report card.
What? Is that what your parents told you?
That's what my mom told me.
No, Maggie, that's not what happened.
Yeah, my dad said you died because I didn't love you enough.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Michael killed me.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't love me enough and I died. And then I went to Stuffed Monkey Hell, a.k.a. Cincinnati. Anyways, nice seeing you all. Good night. Gronk'd turns off the lights of the auditorium on his way out.
Well, Michael, I guess that's why they call it ribbon.
Yeah, you got that right, Maggie.
The camera freeze frames on Maggie and Michael doing a wacky face. And then studio audience cheers. Studio audience cheers, yeah. If there's a cheers, applause situation, yeah, there you go. It's a very similar sound effect we use.
I really liked that one.
Yeah. And that's all from the Gronk'd cut. That was didn't make it. Yeah,
Not as bad as I remember.
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of gronked up now.
yeah. Mm-hmm. You're all gronked up.
Yeah, I'm a gronked up white boy. I can take the paper if you don't need it. All right.
Take one down.
Put it in the stack.
Well, yeah. So
Okay.
sad that we didn't get to do the Gronk cut.
Yeah, ribbon, get Gronk'd.
I think it was kind of a little expecting much to be able to put that in with the effects.
Yeah, the effects costs would have. We didn't ever finish the effects because we had it as previs, and it which I do think somewhat hurt the cut. When screening it, people were like, "Yeah, the ghost is a little much." Parents, what they said. Perfect. But the ghost was a little much. She's like, oh, we didn't see it in its full realized glory.
I know.
We saw a guy in a green morph suit with balls on his face.
Yeah.
A lot of complaints about this. Like, people just don't know how to suspend their disbelief and just use their imagination.
Yeah.
What stories originally were.
Yeah. And we're just like, it's not too hard to visualize a dead stuffed monkey.
It's entitlement.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Entitlement. And if you could expound on that.
Well, that's just people saying, it's people like, I see Gronkies every day. No, I see the ghost of my dead Gronky every day. You guys could have used any of those, but no, instead you uses, this idiot in a green morph suit, which I kind of took to heart because I was the one in the green morph suit.
Yeah.
I worked
dual role.
I worked damn hard for that.
That was a lot. That was a lot for you.
Do you know how hard it was to get into the? Do you know I basically put myself in Gronky in stuffed animal hell.
Cincinnati.
I basically did that from the moment that we got turned back into adults until we filmed that scene. That was 4 months, Cade. 4 months I spent in stuffed animal hell.
In Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
And guess nobody gave a damn. There's like, oh, that's a dude in a green morph suit. Well, guess that's not my problem. It's not my problem.
Best performance should have gone to you for Gronk'd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Michael was great. You did great. But Gronk'd, you shined as Gronk'd.
Yeah.
And the worst part is we had to age him up for the Gronky. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember. I was just getting back used to my adult body, and you're like, guess what? We're gonna add some liver spots. Like, great, awesome, so stoked.
Yeah.
I still can't eat red meat.
Yeah. Well, art's pain or whatever. So, thanks for reliving some of that stuff. That's nice. Thanks.
That was nice.
Do you have a question for Joseph?
I'm all ears.
I wasn't told that I needed to prepare questions.
Yeah. Joseph's here. He's here.
Yeah.
Right? You're in here, right, Joseph?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm the guest.
Yeah, you're the guest. So, I feel like I've prepared a lot of questions here for Joseph and already went through them all. So go ahead for years that you had prepared.
That's fair.
Yeah. It could be personal or it could be very professional.
Yeah.
Wait, I do have something I want to ask you guys.
Oh, perfect. Both of us. Huh?
How do you, I'm co-hosting, which means that I'm also the host.
Yeah.
Capital T, capital H, the host. So how are we feeling about Valentine's Day? What's the opinion? Is this topical for when this will be coming out?
Absolutely not.
Good. Well, I want you to answer anyway.
I'm gonna let Cade take that one first.
Yeah. Well, Saint Valentine.
Yeah.
In a lot of respects, was a man who existed in history, of which we all know.
Yeah, there's a couple of instances of him in there.
Yeah, in history.
In
history, and so much to celebrate in many ways.
Of course.
The history. That's
History.
there.
The
history.
This.
History.
Saint his name.
Saint Valentine.
Yeah, and as we all
history.
Storied history, really.
Oh my god! I mean, it's the oldest story. You know,
It is the oldest story
Of all time.
Yeah,
It's the first story, really. If you think about it, that's what all stories are based on.
yeah. He was going around all those caves, and he's like, "Guess who I am?" And you're like, "Boonga boonga."
That's interesting. That's something right there.
Saint Valentine, he predates verbal language.
Yeah,
Yeah, Saint Valentine. He's the one in the Bible. He was like, "Hey,
he's
Eve,
Gilgamesh.
check that out."
Yeah.
Check
He was
out
a
that
bacteria.
tree.
He was a bacteria. Yeah. I heard he was the fish that crawled out of the water.
I have heard that. I've gone back and I've seen pictures of that fish. It did have a little bit of a stubble, kind of like Saint Valentine.
Which
You really
very,
can do it all.
very famously.
Very
Saint
famous
Valentine.
for his beard.
Yeah, or stubble, really.
Well, yeah. I like to give him a little bit more credit by saying beard, but I know most historians agree that it was more or less stubble.
Yeah, that's what so many books written on that subject alone.
I know I've done a little bit of reading on that. It's kind of crazy how heated people get. It's like it's beard, it's stubble, you know.
It's really the debate of our time.
It is. It's the oldest story.
So that's what I'm doing. Is just reading the histories again. One more time.
As we all should.
Yeah.
It's what the holiday's really for.
That's what it's about.
The reason for the season.
Yeah. So many people will try to take Valentine, Saint Valentine out of Valentine's Day, and I'm
trying to water it down.
Yeah, and I'm not. I'm say put him back in. You know?
Not to make it political, but I mean, it's Saint Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Keep in the Valentine.
Yeah. There's a war on Valentine's.
There's a war on freaking Valentine's Day, dude. I'm getting freaking sick of it. I'm getting steamed. I'm getting peeved off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 100%.
Freaking Starbucks, those red cups. What, you think you guys own the color red? You guys think, what is St. Valentine supposed to do? What color is Cartoon Heart supposed to be if you guys take all the friggin' red cups?
Yeah. No. Huh. That's a take, isn't it?
Yeah.
It certainly is a
that
take,
what you're
right?
wanting from that question?
That was actually what I was hoping for.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you for your responses. I'll keep that in mind.
I noticed you didn't write any of it down.
Why would I need to write it? This wasn't invented in the time of St. Valentine. We have audio now.
And what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
I don't know yet. I'll figure it out.
That's kind of a bogus answer. It's kind of a cop out.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And you're already planning for 2024, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, right? Yeah.
2024, infamously, you have to plan Valentine's Day a year in advance.
How was your Valentine's Day this past year of our year of our Lord, our year of our Saint Valentine?
The one that's already passed. Yeah. The one that's this year.
The one that happened recently or a long time ago. It went swimmingly. It was so nice. It was very informative and historical and all of those great things.
That's good.
If you had to say it was anything, it was informative and historical. It was both.
Yes. Every year we need to make new memories for St. Valentine. For those who can't be here.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad we had such a topical conversation.
That we had prepared conversations and questions. I'm glad to be here.
I'm just glad that this podcast can be more than entertaining, but also, educational.
Yeah. What was your favorite story of him?
My favorite story of St. Valentine, I really liked the one where he went fishing.
Who can forget?
A couple of his buddies,
Yeah, all of them. I mean, we all know the names of those buddies, right?
Peter, James, Derek, Daniel, Martin,
John.
That's
the other one.
Samantha,
Samantha,
Becca.
Watch Dogs 2, Spyro, Spider-Man,
Batman Begins,
Star Trek 10 movies,
Stardust,
Smart,
Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, and 3,
Molly's Game.
Hey, I have another question.
My favorite friend of
Pirates of the Caribbean, your collection. Why does it stop at 3?
Yeah, it's the trilogy. It's the trilogy.
Isn't there another one? Aren't there like 2 more?
There's 2 more. Yeah.
No.
Oh, sorry. He's going to take the.
Sorry, there's not.
Okay, so you think that the other 2 are non-canonical?
Yeah, us real P the Carib fans, we don't respect those 4 and 5. Sorry, buddy, those didn't happen. That's not. You won't find that in any history book.
In any history book.
None.
That may be true.
I checked.
All of them?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. Okay.
No more questions.
No more questions.
I have nothing else to ask. I don't know.
I feel like, what's Cade supposed to do? I feel like he's carried a lot of this podcast with his questions, and then...
What is this?
Oh, no, this is the punishment for only having 2 questions.
Is this going to erase my memories?
That's what happened to the other episode.
Oh.
He used that on his flash drive.
Yeah. Very, very true.
What is this?
If you could continue with some bits, Joseph.
Okay. I remember one story about Saint Valentine. He went to go return some stuff. He'd bought some stuff, but it ended up not working out for him. And he went to go return it, but he didn't have his license. So they didn't let him.
Oh, was it stuff that he needed an ID for?
I guess so. I wasn't there. It's just like a story in history.
Oh, the items were lost to us.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think it was like a Blockbuster.
You think it was a Blockbuster?
I think St. Valentine's went into a Blockbuster and he rented Deep Impact. And he said, "This is just like Armageddon."
That's some great stuff.
Do you need any more?
Oh, good. Okay. How's it going over there, Hannah?
I've been stunned since you turned that light on. I don't remember anything before or after. I don't know what's happening now.
Great. So you guys are actors again.
That's always
both disputed that.
Yeah, she's a storyteller. I'm just a liar.
Well, she's a truth.
Yeah, truth spreader and storyteller. You were half correct.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Half.
Yeah. I love that you truth spreading is it's contagious, really.
Yeah.
It does spread. It does. The truth spreads. It finds.
That's the thing about truth. It'll spread.
For our auditory listeners, can you explain what's in front of you, Hannah?
Like directly, or should I look around?
Give a detailed description of the room that we're in.
Okay, so we are
just
in
the one thing that got added to the room that you
we are in a 4-wall room. It's, I would say, small, medium sized. You could probably fit 2 bunk beds in here if you were ambitious. Perhaps a dresser. If you were doing a Sims building challenge, this would be a great children's bedroom. In it, there is a Pac-Man machine. There's a shelf containing lots of movies, both DVD and VHS. There's and Blu-ray. I'm sorry, and PS4.
Yeah.
I don't use my eyes often. There's several lights. There's cameras. There is a soundboard.
This thing right here. What's the?
To my right, there is a large green screen. There are 2 ring lights. Behind us, there's this thing. I won't tell you what that is because you already
fix
know.
The hole. Hashtag fill the hole.
Oh, is this Holgate?
Thank you. Yeah. Hashtag fill the hole.
Okay.
Which is directly behind this object right here that needs to be explained.
But behind the spectral object that appears in film.
And I suppose there are 3 people in here.
Yeah.
That's nice. There's a weighted blanket to my right that neither of us used yet, but could in the future. Who knows?
It's always a possibility.
I won't rule it out yet.
Yeah.
I'll rule it out for myself. I'm
Okay.
pretty warm.
That's about it. That's about all that's in the room.
It's right here. That thing right there.
I addressed it.
Okay, Joseph, you want to address it more?
And there's this swamp gas here right in front of us, creating this glare.
That's great.
Cade has set up this swamp gas pointed at this green screen.
So thank you. There's a
beckons to
green
me.
screen and a light.
Like I want to go towards the light.
So I know that you guys would like some help recording some monologues for auditions that
Yeah,
you're doing.
of course. Our demo reel.
Yeah, your demo
Is
reel.
this for another Cade production?
Well, no, it's not for that. It's just, this is for serious stuff, and I want to help you guys, branch out of just Cade Productions.
You
Really,
are serious. You're big time.
well, thank you.
Will this mean you'll let us out of our contracts?
If you get it,
Okay.
I can live with that.
All right.
I can live with that.
So we have 2 monologues prepared, and so if you could make it way to our new state of the art green screen.
By the way, if you got 2 monologues, I'm pretty sure it's called a duologue.
Got him.
Go on.
Those are industry terms.
Yeah, you did get me there.
I just wanna
Are we both making our way over?
No, just you. It's a monologue, so it's one.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's you, and then it will be Joseph. Each of you have a great.
Oh,
monologue.
I'm tangled.
Don't knock over the thing, and make sure you're
What
centered
thing?
in the frame.
Why? Asymmetry.
That's beautiful.
Do you ever?
About to do the weather over there.
I feel like I have to go tell my parents that I threw up. I'm like, hey, sorry, I know you guys were asleep, but I ran around too much and I got excited. And I
flew up.
and I threw up in the plant, but don't worry about it. So I'll clean it up later.
Mom, Dad, I'm so sorry.
So I couldn't keep it.
Guys, you're gonna make this completely unairable.
Why? Are we not allowed to talk about throw up?
No, I think that's
No
fine.
throw up on the pod. Listen, we didn't get any rules. He also didn't agree to our writers, so
Put up a swell up twiggle warning.
Here's your monologue. You can say if you could slate and say your name and then what this monologue's from, which is in bold at the top of that.
Say it. What is it?
no, I threw up. I can't do it anymore.
Cade, she's nervous. She flew up. Don't make her.
I got scared, and I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know how to read anymore.
Cade, her shoes are untied and she's about to fall up.
Please stop.
No, it's okay. I'll hold it in. So what would you like me to include in my slate?
Your name and the project that this is from.
Okay,
Really.
do I need to include my age or where I'm from or
whatever information you want everyone to know. Great.
That's nothing. So this is Betty's monologue from Riverdale, season 1, episode 13. Yeah, baby, we're doing Riverdale. Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta.
This is the season finale of season 1.
Okay, so
Who was talking?
Sorry.
Is that the director?
Sorry, she was too into the character.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank Mayor McCoy for inviting me to speak on this historic day. 75 years of Riverdale. But what is Riverdale? It's the people, right? You, me, our friends, our neighbors. Riverdale is Archie Andrews. Kevin Keller is Riverdale. Veronica Lodge, she's Riverdale. But you know who else is Riverdale?
Who?
preach it.
F.P. Jones.
What?
Who we were so quick to blame for Jason's murder.
Yeah.
Did it.
Jughead Jones is Riverdale. The very soul of Riverdale. A weirdo. Without him, we may not have ever found out what happened to Jason. And yet, how do we thank him? By banishing him. Which is what we do when the truth gets too ugly in Riverdale. Truth being that Clifford Blossom was also Riverdale, unfortunately. Riverdale's at a crossroads. If we don't face the reality of who we are and what we are, if we keep lying to ourselves, keeping secrets from each other, then what happened to Jason could happen again. Or, God forbid, something even worse. Riverdale must do better. We must do better. Thank you. That was Betty's monologue.
That's great.
I thought that was just Hannah speaking from the heart.
I mean, this is Riverdale, the podcast.
This is the Riverdale podcast.
Yeah, this is the Riverdale podcast.
If you were wondering why we've been gone, it's because I was Dark Hannah for a couple seasons, and now I had to come back as myself again.
Yeah, there was that whole reality split, and so Dark Hannah replaced you.
There was like a black wig. It was
I know.
it was dark times.
I know Archie and Betty, they tried to get it on, but they had sex on that bed with the bomb. And so then the bomb blew up and Riverdale became something else.
Listen, that happens. That'll happen. This is Riverdale.
I know you guys think
Riverdale is a bomb blowing up under a bed.
That's a real thing from an episode.
Riverdale is harvesting organs.
That also probably happened.
Riverdale is a druid king coming to kill all the teenagers.
Pretty sure that was the second season.
Riverdale is selling candy in high schools with stupid names.
That, you know what? You may have beat him to it. You may have beat him to the punch on that one.
I'm here. Yep. Riverdale is hosting a speakeasy for the youth to drink in at a diner.
Oh, come on, you stole that from the show.
This is Riverdale.
Unrelated, you were talking about Riverdale before the show.
We were. That's why I clapped. That's why I clapped, audience.
It's almost as if you guys are just too easy to predict.
No, we are a little psychic. I swear, if this monologue is from Slasher, I walk.
What is it, Cade?
Joseph, we ready to record your monologue now?
Okay, do you want me to?
How is this gonna work?
All right, let me.
You're gonna have to go over. You're gonna be here now.
Oh, okay, do this.
No, yeah, you'll take that. Yes.
Okay,
So you're now the guest, Hannah. You're in the guest spot.
I can't hear you. I don't have the headphones on.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm glad we get to do the physical.
As difficult as possible. You got it.
I got it. I'm stepping on the cord.
That is already very not easily held up, Joseph.
Okay. It's there.
You did it.
You did it. No, Joseph, that's not. Fix it. Turn it right.
No, it looks really good like that. It's centered.
It's the pole is not the pole. Okay, there we go.
Cade, I don't think you understand. We're not technical directors.
Cade, I am an actor, not a technician.
We're not set decorators.
You're gonna have to be shorter, Joseph.
Can I take a knee?
Yeah.
Whoa, that is so dramatic.
Listen up here, sport. I know you've been doing drugs. You better stop it, or else I'm gonna do them with you.
Is that the threat? Is that you're gonna do it with him?
Yeah, nothing's worse than smoking drugs with your dad.
If you could move
that does make drugs less cool.
Yeah, I think so. You want to take the weighted blanket so it's not in the corner?
You're trying to make these smaller. Okay.
We're definitely including all the technical things of having to
this. You want me to move
switch.
this?
Yeah.
But I threw it up in it.
Please stop that.
Okay.
Cade, I'm really sorry.
Please do not. Why would you bring that up for this again?
Okay, don't look into crates. Don't. It's okay. I get it later.
Can my monologue be about falling up?
No.
All I know is wake up, flow up, go to bed.
Gotta stay on that grind.
Yeah. Here's your monologue, Joseph.
Okay.
And once again, you'll slate, and then you'll say what this monologue is from.
I'll slay.
Yeah. You
Slay.
You will.
That was so slay.
Thank you.
And then you will jump into the monologue.
Okay.
Well, he's on his knees right now. That might hurt him.
Okay. Am I ready?
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
We're really washed out there.
No, he looks good.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Joseph Beard, and today I'm going to be doing Veronica's monologue from Riverdale Season 1, Episode 1.
Yeah.
I know what you need, Cheryl, because I know who you are. You would rather people fear than... Veronica's monologue from Riverdale Season 1, Episode 1.
Yes.
I know what you need, Cheryl, because I know you. You would rather people fear than like you, so you traffic in terror and intimidation. You're rich, so you've never been held accountable. But I'm living proof. That certainty, that entitlement you wear on your head like a crown won't last long. Eventually, there will be a reckoning. Or maybe that reckoning is now. And maybe that reckoning is me. Betty and I come as a matching set. You want one? You take us both. You wanted fire? Sorry, Cheryl, bombshell. My specialty's ice.
Wow.
Thank you. I feel powerful.
Wow, that was from the heart.
Oh, it was actually from the paper. From Riverdale.
The heart of trees paper.
Yeah. That's what people refer to it, right?
Yeah, of
in
course.
the group that you're in, of truth spreaders.
True spreaders, yeah.
Yeah. They call the paper the heart of trees.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything you print is sacred.
It's true.
It's true.
Like truth.
Is truth sacred?
Mm-hmm. Especially when it's
sacred.
printed on paper.
Pretty
Pretty
much
much
from the heart of trees.
Because you can't print a lie.
You can't. It's literally impossible.
It's impossible and it's illegal. And most of all, it's immoral.
That's the worst part.
So it's impossible and immoral.
Yeah. Because the devil did it once.
Once.
Okay.
No, we didn't let
And then
that
never
happen.
again.
We stopped.
We
We,
stopped him.
put a stop to that.
How in particular did you stop the devil?
We took away his printer.
Hey, come on.
Oh, I mean,
We gotta keep
that's
some secrets.
classified. That's confidential. You can't know about the printer thing.
Yeah.
What level is that information given to you?
We can tell him. I don't feel like we should tell him.
It doesn't mean he doesn't have any context for the levels.
Yeah, but then if he does, he's going to know about the printer level.
He's not gonna. We don't print that stuff. He'll never know.
No, it's okay. We don't have to tell him. We don't have to tell him anything.
Level 7.
No!
It's okay.
You can't tell him about alpha level.
No, I can. Pastor Martin's gonna be okay. He won't
Pastor
mind.
Martin doesn't know how to use the internet. He's not going to see this.
Exactly.
Don't send it to Pastor Martin. Me hold? Okay. All right. I hold.
It looks good on you.
Thank you. It's an
Yeah.
accessory now.
It's cool.
Thank you.
I always wish. Wait, hold on. The audience. What do you guys think of it?
Hey. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, they really liked it.
Thanks, Cade, for this wonderful accessory.
Yeah, is that like Star Wars themed or something?
Star Wars themed.
Oh.
Evil.
Bum bum ba da da dun 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 dun.
I'm evil now, I guess. Dark Hannah's back.
Oh no,
Should
you're.
we be sending this blinding light directly into the camera? I love that.
I think not. I think yeah.
Oh,
I like it.
You're
No,
in a
now
new
I'm a mystery.
A24 feature.
You remember Joseph
here.
saying I was blurry? It's not because of this. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop. Oh, okay.
Oh,
You can here. You can change it if you just.
ooh, that's suggestive.
I don't see it. I don't. That's nice.
That's fun.
That's nice.
That's like a nice little glare. Wow.
Wow.
There you go.
Is this good content?
They seem to think so.
They love this. They love this.
Yeah. For our auditory listeners, could you please explain what's happened? And please don't just straightforward. Just tell them what happened.
So after we did the monologues, wherever we needed a light, and Joseph did an outstanding performance.
Yeah.
Come on.
They
Cade-
heard that part.
Yeah, Cade. I needed to give context.
Oh, okay.
Cade dismantled the lighting setup. He took the camera away. Oh, thank you. And he bestowed upon me the light.
And her saying thank you is because I gave her phone.
Yes.
Well, that didn't need to be. All that was it.
Well, I mean,
I'm
if
sorry.
you want everything.
Do we not have? I thought we had to hand feed our auditory listeners.
Auditory listeners, can you imagine what's happening right now? Can you picture it?
No, they're probably too busy dragging their knuckles on the ground.
Hey, not the listeners.
Listen, if they really cared about it, they'd be watching our videos. They wouldn't be listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Hannah, you do some. You have a radio show, right? You want to talk about that now?
I do have a radio show.
Okay. Is that something you want to talk about?
I mean, we can.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Okay, so I have a radio show. It's a show called Swim City. And
Into the mic, please.
Which one? This one? Yeah, so it's a show where I play all love songs for an hour. Sometimes they're love songs, sometimes they're songs about breaking up. Basically anything that's related to love is what I play.
Should I suggest some songs?
Please suggest a song or two or as many as you'd like.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you play any specific like genres or time periods, or is it just all over the place?
Free for all. It's all love, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, anything you want to hear.
Yeah.
That is love related.
Yeah. Has to be love related. So it can be negative too.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes love sucks.
What about like could you I don't know, do like the anthem to the Soviet Union? Cuz it's about loving their country, I believe.
Gotta take a hard stance on this.
I could consider playing it. But I won't. I try to do things that are a little more relevant to
Oh, do you hear that?
people
Do
in
you hear that,
Oklahoma?
everybody? Okay.
and things that people who are listening to a college radio station may be interested in.
Boy, oh
know?
boy.
Do you think that they were not too interested in? Do you want that anymore?
Is it okay?
I think it might be causing some troubles, but if you want to keep it, that's fine.
Well, I'll hold it, but I can turn it off.
You can also turn it. I think there's a button to turn it down to. What's the minus button? Is that turning it down? Is that doing anything?
I think it's making it do math.
Oh, there you go.
Good night. It is so dark in here now.
It's a little dark. I
Wow. Good night.
feel like that was my one guiding light.
Well, you have.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a question for Hannah? I've exhausted all mine.
Well,
All right.
He asked me a question.
All right. So, Hannah, what is your favorite song you played on Swoon City? Any songs that were introduced to you on Swoon City that have become sort of songs that you play often or become your favorites?
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, of course. There's a lot of songs that I play regularly, perhaps too regularly. I get kind of in the phase of where I'll listen to the same 6 songs over again, and that's usually reflected in my show because I'll play a couple of songs over and over.
Yeah.
Recently, that's been basically any Bartees Strange song.
Okay.
I have Heavy Heart. I play a lot Ghostly every now and
Can
then.
you give us a rendition?
No.
Oh, okay.
You should listen to for yourself. It's so
okay.
good. Have you heard Bartees Strange?
I have not.
Have you? You'll love it.
Okay.
We can all listen
what's
later.
the general vibe of it?
What
Good.
kind of what notes do they use?
Yeah, that's a good
I don't know,
question.
probably a lot. I don't know.
Probably a lot.
They
What's
did do
generally a lot? To
Doesn't
you?
sound like an expert
the
answer.
scale. You know, the full range of chords and notes.
That's really talented.
He did a really lovely cover EP of the National songs. So if you like the band The National,
Oh, not like Nations songs.
unfortunately, like the one you're referencing. No, the band The National. That's called Say Goodbye to Pretty Boy.
Oh, okay.
But I also played the Bleachers song, Let's Get Married, every single week for a while. And I think I might have gotten in trouble for that one. So I don't play it every
Were
week
you
anymore.
reprimanded?
They make you sit on the bleachers.
Well, I got a joking,
That's a good
that was a good
and.
one.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was on the bleachers for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You just
Well, that seems like a harsh punishment.
No, I understood. I deserved it.
You knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, oh, this much Jack Antonoff? Okay, I'm going to keep doing it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's your American right.
Yes.
Yee.
And
Yee.
also,
and.
he's from New Jersey, so it's very, very American.
Oh, he's from New Jersey,
Pretty
eh?
sure. I think so.
I can do a pretty good Jersey accent. You guys want to hear it?
I actually do kind of want to hear it.
All right. So what's up, everybody? I'm from New Jersey.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Do you need me to fabricate another question, or do you have something else planned?
Now, speaking of New Jersey, right? Have you ever heard of Opryland? That's a theme park from the 1970s and
I've heard of
80s and 90s about the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. It's around. Either of you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Now we're going to do a new segment, okay?
Okay, is it about Opryland?
What's it?
Is that just a non sequitur? Oh, I see. There's names in there.
There's stuff in there.
There's stuff in there.
There's stuff in
Are we gonna draw a name and that person's gonna find themselves in the morgue tomorrow?
We're going to have to wait here.
Whoa. This just became a
This is a different kind of game.
We're going to do a segment on our show. A new segment titled Storytime Theater. It's a mix of improv and scripted material. And here are some scripts to read. Here we go.
All right, these all different.
Okay, we are on the bolded part of the script right now. We're in the bolded part of the script right now. The part where I am saying the words that are on the script right now. Okay, are you all following along? Are you all following along?
I think so. Yes.
Yes, and
Yes, great. That's truly great to hear. Joseph, are you having a great time on the show so far?
Cade, I have to tell you, I'm really not.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
Joseph, how
Fucking script.
How about you just cheer up and be a team player? Even if it's a lie? You know, so what or whatever.
That's an excellent point, Hannah. Are you having a fun time?
So much fun. Like, yep, have fun.
I believe that. And speaking of lying, I've got a great story to tell.
Really?
Do you both mind if I tell a quick story right now?
Go for it.
All right. Joseph draws a prompt out of the Opryland mug and starts to tell a story. What's on the paper?
Oh, okay. Can't wait to hear what your quick story's about, so that we could continue with our scripts in front of us.
Okay,
I don't see that line.
I was just making sure I didn't have any more lines before I
Why
started.
did you say that there?
Go ahead, Joseph.
Hey,
how's your story begin?
Let's prompt it again for him.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Go for it.
Fun fact, on New Year's Eve 2019, I was abducted by aliens. So I thought it was kind of funny if I dressed up in like all aluminum foil, you know, put on some little green antennas.
And this was New Year's.
This was New Year's Eve 2019.
2019. Okay.
New Year's Eve 2019. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I thought it'd be really funny, you know, go around to people's homes.
Yeah.
People with children, freak
That's
them out.
hilarious.
That is
Hang out in the windows. But guess who didn't think it was hilarious?
I don't know, the mayor.
Real aliens.
Oh.
Yeah, real aliens.
No sense of humor.
No sense of humor.
No, I don't think they did because
Oh, I don't like that.
I was just right outside, you know, some windows about to pop up and be like, wow, you know, make alien noise. So I should have warned you.
No, it's okay.
I was about to make some alien noises. Warning. Blah, blah. And so, just as I was about to pop up, I see this bright light above me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's next thing you know, I'm on a friggin' spaceship, dude, about in the Horsehead Galaxy. Yeah. Basically there's like, that's not cool, dude. If you want to, be funny and stuff like that, you got to keep it clean. We got a couple of books here. They gave me a couple of books and like, some clean Christian jokes. And I've been doing that since then. And I think it's a little bit better.
Wow.
The aliens do love good marketing.
Yeah.
They
One
do.
thing about them.
They're very religious also.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of crucifixes on this. You'd be surprised. Like you wouldn't think with because it was alien architecture and all this, but every now and then there's just a little crucifix with a little JC on it.
Wow.
And that is the end of my story.
Sure?
Yeah, once story ends.
Wow, Joseph, I really connected with that story like spiritually.
Thank you. That's what I was going for.
It was therapeutic hearing that.
Wow, thanks. I speak from the heart.
I myself have a story. I needed to adjust.
Yeah.
I myself have a story that's kind of related, but it was actually during a thunderstorm.
Wow, I would love to hear it.
Okay, do you mind if I tell a quick story right now?
Go for it.
She's unraveling the piece of paper for our auditory listeners.
Can't wait to hear it.
You just tell the story.
I once made a bridge to Terabithia, and you won't believe what happened next.
Oh, he made
Really?
a bridge to Terabithia.
I made a bridge to Terabithia.
And it's somehow related to what his story said, huh? But it was in a
Yeah.
thunderstorm.
Yeah, that's troublesome.
During a thunderstorm. So it was really, really scary at first, right? Because
Yeah.
it was in 2019 and it was New Year's Eve. And I thought,
Oh,
what's
that's the
better
connection.
way to cross? No, it's not. It's a coincidence.
Well, you did say it was related, so we were just, I think, assuming.
I mean, yes, and there's more.
Oh, okay.
And it was really scary because it was thunderstorming, but I was determined to make a bridge to Terabithia for the new year because what better way to cross the threshold into the new year than building a bridge?
Cross into the...
We don't
to Terabithia.
to Terabithia, the most magical land of all time.
Oh God, so many things to do in Terabithia.
So many big guys to see and so many little fun guys to see and
We got some good coffee shops, too.
Oh, I've heard
Delicious.
that. Oh, Terabithian coffee.
the dark roast is so yummy. It's
Yeah.
great.
Can't find beans any better anywhere else.
Yeah,
can't.
that's yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't bring them back. That's the one thing about
Really?
Terabithian coffee, at least that they told me.
Is
But
that what happened?
Yeah. And is the only way to get to Terabithia a bridge?
funny you should ask.
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. So I mean, you can also
the oral story you're telling. Chapter 2.
swing by a vine. You can swing that way, but again, thunderstorm, a little too slippery. Bridge, clearly the most obvious answer.
It's true.
But you can also get there by alien spaceship.
Oh,
You're freaking kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. This really happened.
No
This
freaking
is what I
way.
said. Like I had a similar thing, but in a thunderstorm.
You're freaking. What happened?
Well, it was raining, and like as we all know, alien spaceships should not be flying in the rain.
It's super dangerous.
They're
That's
like
what they said.
nanotechnology mixed with H2O molecules. It just like it can
Also
cause
makes it slippery.
malfunctions. It makes it so slippery, and they'll slide right off.
It's all metal.
Like little skateboarders just.
yeah.
And so I was like, "Hey guys, so nice to meet you. I'm like, I don't want to get in your way. Like, I'm just a really big fan. You guys are so cool."
You were fans of aliens before this.
Casually,
Okay.
I don't want to like. I don't.
You didn't want to offend them. I get
I
it.
didn't want to like overhype it, but like aliens are pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's we live in Oklahoma. We dream of being abducted by aliens, of course,
Every night.
every single night, and it happened.
Yeah.
On
It's
New
like an
Year's Eve of
Oklahoman thing.
2019.
Just Oklahoman thing.
Just a normal. We watch tornadoes and we hope that an alien abducts us.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Have you guys had this Terabithian coffee?" And
Oh,
they're
you
like,
asked the aliens that.
Yeah, and they were like, speaking English because they knew it, of course.
Yeah, me.
They were like, "Yeah, we love it, but we'd like to take some with our home planet. But unfortunately, we're aliens and we can't touch the coffee.
Oh, really?
They can't hold it." But
Lore about aliens.
as a human being,
Yeah.
I was able to hold the coffee. And they were like, "Do you mind if we just like take you for a quick minute back to our home planet on our spaceship once it stops raining, of course?
Of course, yeah.
So you can drop off the beans, you can like get us some pre-made coffee, do some like cold brew or something with it. So then we can have it, but we don't have to come all the way to Terabithia.
So just to clarify, they can't touch the beans, but like, can
They
they?
can't touch the beans.
But they can touch like the regular coffee.
It's like a preparation thing. Like it's,
I
you have to
don't-
heat it and you have to grind it.
No, I
and all
believe
that.
you. I'm just making sure.
But they
From
can
my
drink the
understanding.
beans.
They can drink the beans.
Well, you'd be eating beans
Oh, okay.
technically.
I mean, if they wanted to eat the beans, they could. They could. But if they were hot, like you have to cook it out and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my understanding. So, I mean, they did eventually bring me home. It was very kind of them.
So that all happened. You got the coffee from Terabithia and everything.
Yeah, like I got the coffee, no problem. You can't take it to Earth, but you can take it to space.
That's a weird distinction.
Terabithian law. I don't really understand that part.
Yeah.
I heard most Terabithians don't even understand it.
No, I mean it's not for them to understand. Like they don't care.
That's true. It's
They're
just
there.
meant to keep them in line.
Well, they live in Terabithia. Why wouldn't they just want to stay there?
Yeah.
That's true. They should stay there.
Yeah. So that was how I built a bridge to Terabithia, got over it, and then met some aliens.
That's cool. Was it like an interstellar kind of thing, or like when you came back, like was there a lot of time that had passed, or was it like pretty much instant?
It was like pretty instant.
Oh, that's cool. Like coffee.
Yeah. Instant coffee.
Yeah. And would you say your story's over? Yeah.
Nah, my story's over.
Wow. That story, it was like I was there.
And that thunderstorm, that was so crucial to the story.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad you felt welcome to share that story with us.
No problem, my dudes.
Right, my dudes. Either, wow, it's like I call it. Either you've been ever robbed a bank.
I have, but actually, I have a better story to tell. One that involves a Hollywood party featuring none other than the Kangaroo Jack. Yeah.
Wow.
But you're going to have to stick with me for a bit.
Well, I've got time.
Do you both mind if I tell a quick story right now?
Go for it.
Oh, boy. All right. Here's a scoop. I was locked in a freezer at Dairy Queen overnight.
What?
I know. You're thinking, like, how does that...
Better than the Kangaroo Jack story?
Well, no. This is still part of it. This leads up to the Hollywood party. I know.
Whoa.
I know. It's insane. I was thinking, okay, beginning of the story.
Yeah.
So essentially, I was eating at Dairy Queen, and they hand me my, this, what do they get there? The little ice cream things. What are they called?
Blizzards.
Blizzards. Yeah. So they hand me my Blizzard.
Yeah.
And they just hand me right side up and say, you got to put that upside down and show it to me. It's going to stick in there. So they do that. It just goes all over the ground.
Wow.
At this point, it's very clear to me that this idiot, this Dairy Queen employee doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I say, just let me back there. I'll make myself a Blizzard. And he says,
Wow.
okay. And he looks kind of shifty when he says it. Okay. And so I go back there and he says, it's just in the freezer back there.
Wow.
And I believed him, first mistake. I believed him. And he just locks me in the freaking freezer.
Yeah. And where's this Dairy Queen at regionally in the United States?
I think it's in Dairy Queen, USA.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Dairy Queen, USA.
What did the freezer look like?
Well, the freezer, it looked about like how you'd expect. There was like a couple of band posters. It was a little chilly. like a bunk bed.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just back.
cold, right?
It was a little chilly. I kind of. No, but I grew up in a colder climate, so like I'm pretty used to it. I was just wearing shorts. I was okay. You know, I'm fine.
You're an Arctic kid, right?
Yeah, I'm an Arctic kid. You know, when I grew up, you know, we didn't have sunglasses. We just had those little things with the slits in them. So it was all around the snow. My parents were eaten by a polar bear, but
That's not the story.
that's a story for another time. Anyway, I'm in this Dairy Queen freezer. I'm banging on the door. I'm like, hey man, let me out. I'm sorry about, you know, what I said, but you know, him and his coworkers, they're just laughing at me, you know.
Laughing?
They laughing at me.
You can hear that through the door.
It's pretty thin.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty thin. Have you ever been in a freezer?
Yeah, they have notoriously thin doors.
Yeah, they got thin doors
Okay.
because, you know, they don't want to keep the cold in, heat out.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But yeah, no, a couple hours pass, and so they just lock up the freaking joint. And I'm thinking I'm done for because, you know, I'm an Arctic kid, but I can only handle so much.
Right.
So, you know, I'm cozied up in that bunk bed I mentioned earlier that's in the freezer. And, you know, the lights are out and everything. But guess what? I see a light go on in the lobby. I'm like, what is that? They don't open this early. Guess who I freaking see, y'all?
Who? Tell me, please.
Friggin' Brad Pitt.
What?
Brad Pitt walks into the Dairy Queen. He's got a key. He unlocks the friggin' joint.
No. Wow.
He opens the freezer and he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, the Dairy Queen employees locked me in. I was just trying to leave. And he's like, well, don't leave just yet. I want to show you something. So he moves the bunk bed. It's a heavy bunk bed, but Brad Pitt moves it all by himself.
I mean, look at him.
I was looking at him. It's a cold freezer, but it didn't stop him from being hot, you know? And so he moves that bunk bed. He takes another key. This one's really ornate. Like it looks like something like you ever see Indian in the Cupboard?
Yeah.
No.
It's like the key from that movie, you know. It's really something. He shoves it in this, like he has to like kind of scrape off some ice. There's a keyhole. He puts it in there.
Yeah.
And it's a whole party back there.
Wow.
It is a whole party back there. You know, we
What's
got
some of the guests?
Yeah, who was
Tom
there?
Cruise.
Oh, wow.
I think Katie Holmes was there. If that kind of gives you an idea of when the story took place.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Does.
You know, Brad Pitt and Chris Pratt, Adam Driver. This was before Star Wars too, so he was just kind of, you know, starting in.
Yeah.
Greta Gerwig.
Wow.
Tom Cruise.
He was there twice.
He was there twice. Yeah, it's the second Tom Cruise Scientologist one,
Yeah.
not the Top Gear one.
Yes.
but
Yeah.
Separate.
I mean Top Gun. Yeah.
There's also a third Top Gear.
Yeah, there's a Top Gear Tom Cruise. He races all those cars.
Yeah.
But anyways, and I'm thinking, you know, Brad Pitt, this is cool, but I'm really not a celebrity kind of guy. And he's like, you don't have to be a celebrity kind of guy to like this guy I got back here.
Who do you have back there?
So I'm getting there. You know, he leads me because this is like a big room. This is way bigger than the freezer, way bigger than the Dairy Queen. I don't know how it fits in there, but he takes me to this roped off section, a red rope, VIP signs everywhere. So they're letting you know they got something back there. And I'm going back there, and I sniff a little bit. It's like, is there like a petting zoo around here? Like, nah, dog, it ain't a petting zoo. Mother freaking Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack?
The Kangaroo Jack. He's back there.
That's the way you tell a story, is you tell this the what's going to happen at the very beginning.
Exactly. It's like Pulp Fiction or something, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's like, good day, governor, how's it hanging? And I'm like, oh my God. So you do talk. And I ask him, you know, like, how come, you know, they only had the one scene in the movie where you talked? And he's like, well, you know,
he's still doing with the accent.
Yeah, he's like, well, you know, governor, back in my day, it was a bit, you know, different. And sorry, I'll
You get the one scene. Yeah.
Yeah, and he says, you know, labor laws were different, but so they couldn't, you know, pay him for all those lines.
Yeah.
But because of that movie, though, he told me there was actually a lot of laws that changed to like, I think it's called the Air Bud law because you know they also brought in Air Bud for that court case.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I met Mother freaking Kangaroo Jack. I got his number. We still hang out sometimes.
That's so nice.
Wow. And that really was a quick story.
That was a really quick story.
That's what.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of twists and turns sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta.
It happened at beginning, middle, end.
Yeah, you gotta set up, you know, the atmosphere.
Yeah. You know, that exact same thing happened to me.
Really?
Yep. No changes. Exactly the same.
I gotta say, it's kind of hard to believe.
Same thing.
Well, we got to start wrapping up our segment soon. But before we go, anyone have a story that involves a kid named Tony that plays a trombone?
I do.
Oh.
But you're going to have to stick with me for a bit.
Well, I've got time.
Do you both mind if I tell a quick story right now?
Go for it.
I actually caught fire at Disneyland.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
It's already a little different from my story, but I'm going to hang with you.
Well, this isn't. Listen, so I had the same exact locked into Dairy Queen by a rude employee.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt came to save me. There was a bunk bed. Kangaroo Jack was there. Like, same thing happened to me. This is about Tony that plays a trombone.
Yeah.
But it's, it starts somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So we've all been on summer vacations, yeah?
I think so.
You guys ever been to Disneyland?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Listen, that's okay. Because I'm here to tell you the story about how I caught fire at Disneyland.
You caught fire at Disneyland?
I caught fire at Disneyland. Me on fire at Disneyland. That I have absolutely definitely been to in my life before.
Yeah, because you were on fire there.
I was on fire there. You can't be on fire there if you haven't been there. So therefore, I have been there.
And this is going to somehow involve a kid that's named Tony that plays the trombone.
Yeah, I guess I'm still wrapping my head around that.
Well, you'll get there.
Okay.
That's where you're looking at, the high point of his story was a Hollywood party with Kangaroo Jack. Mm-hmm. The high point of your story is a kid named Tony who plays a trombone.
Exactly.
That we're working towards. Okay.
It could still be just as exciting.
It's still exciting. So,
could be Tony Soprano.
There's so many rides at Disney World Disneyland. I apologize.
Yeah.
My mistake. It won't happen again. That involve fire. Right, like lots of. Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a Small World. The Frozen one.
The log ride.
They all have fire. The log rides frequently fire.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
it's dangerous.
It's super dangerous. It's
allegedly
a scary place there. Allegedly,
Allegedly
but
dangerous. Yeah.
I didn't catch fire on any of those.
Oh no,
that's real.
Oh no, sorry.
That's totally fine. Like I wasn't expecting to catch fire on those. That's. I get it. Like,
so it wasn't a ride altogether.
It's not a ride.
Oh.
We just had to acknowledge that allegedly they do catch on fire. Allegedly.
Can't
in
be
a
proven.
Story, no evidence.
Boy, this is fascinating that it was not a ride.
Right.
It was
level fire.
It was not the ride that killed that small child. It was not the ride that immolated that child.
No, it's not that one.
No, because that didn't happen.
No.
Allegedly.
But it was Mickey Mouse's birthday.
Oh, okay.
That's sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
June 10th.
June 10th.
Mickey Mouse's birthday.
I think I know where this is going, but I'll let you tell it.
So we, as in every single person that went to Disneyland that day, had a huge party for him. We all dressed up like him. We all wore the ears. We had birthday cake all day. What's up?
No, let's go ahead.
You looked like you were trying to fact check.
No. That's correct. Yeah.
June 10th. Yes, we were all dressed as the mouse.
Yeah. So
maybe let her tell it, Cade.
I didn't say a single word, but yeah, I'd find that. Would that be offensive to you in any way that if people dressed up as you on your birthday?
No, that'd be sick.
Okay.
I love that.
I dressed up as Hannah on my birthday.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing, but go ahead.
But it's really close, and I want to thank you for sharing that and also for doing that.
Of course, represent.
And so, we all have to bring him birthday gifts, whatever you think Mickey would like. Some people, it's a little not great, but we'll bring him cheese and crackers, which come on, he's a mouse.
That's despicable.
Come on.
Yeah.
I thought it would be really fun to bring him some more fireworks for his fireworks show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very
and so
big part of Mickey's birthday celebration.
Fireworks show, June 10th. Mickey's birthday, the
Yeah.
fireworks show.
Yeah.
We've all been to it. We all know what it is, unless you haven't been, and that's okay. One day soon. June 10th soon.
I've heard stories.
Yes. And so I, was there. I started setting up impromptu by myself on my own accord all of these wonderful fireworks. I had gotten truly the works, sparklers that I held in my hands, 20 in each hand. I didn't have that many lighters, but that's okay. I figured it out, obviously. But then I also had a bunch of the ones that you set them down and you light them and then they go boom, and it's all the different colors.
And you got this through security.
It was Mickey's birthday. They let him take the day off.
If you let them, if you bring in a box, they'll let you bring in whatever it is.
Okay.
And they were fireworks. There's nothing wrong with being fireworks to Disneyland, allegedly, for the sake of argument.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And so I set them up so that whenever they like went and they lit up the sky, it would look like Mickey Mouse.
Oh, wow. You planned that. How
I
old
planned
were
it.
you?
How old was I?
Yeah.
You don't ask a woman that.
No, it's okay. We love aging. Aging is really wonderful. So we should not shame aging.
Yeah.
This was 3 years ago. During the filming of Ribbon.
Okay.
But this was when I was a child.
Oh, okay. That's when you were a
The
child.
child phase of Ribbon.
Yeah.
But I had a grown-up brain, so I knew how to arrange this to
Yeah.
look like Mickey Mouse. I didn't get to light it, though, because I light the sparklers first.
Oh.
And I thought, if I light the sparklers first, then I can light that. Except I didn't realize sparklers burn really, really fast. And I lit them at the end of one side of the park, and I walked to the other side to try and light it because I wanted to really celebrate
Classic
big time.
mistake.
Classic mistake. And I don't know if you've ever held a grand total of 40 sparklers in Disneyland, allegedly, but it's a lot of sparks. And I was, I'm wearing my festive outfit to look like Mickey Mouse, which is highly flammable.
It's very drapey.
It's drapey.
Yeah.
It's like awkwardly shaped. It's, I got the mouse ears.
It's made of hemp, isn't it?
It's made of hemp, which is like
Yeah.
nice for your sensitive skin, but
Yeah.
not great if you're holding.
Not
sparklers.
great.
These were
No.
giant, like, mouse ears. Like,
Yeah.
They were comically oversized.
yeah.
And so I was holding my sparklers, up in the air as you do whenever it's Mickey Mouse's birthday. 'cause
Mickey Mouse's freaking birthday.
I'm not gonna hang it down here. Like that's
Yeah.
not cool. So
Disrespectful.
it was up here. I have all the respect for the mouse.
Uh-huh.
And I
I have
did.
no idea where this is going.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm almost there. It was a couple of rogue sparks from the sparklers that caught my mouse
Oh my
head
God.
on fire.
Oh, of course.
And then the rest of me kind of just, a fire starts in one place and it travels down, as we all know.
And that must have looked really bad too.
It was kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. I've seen videos after, and it was kind of cool. It was like, oh, wow, they have like an animatronic running through the park. It's Mickey Mouse, and he's all sparklers. He's
Listen
made
to the realistic screams.
of sparklers. Well, you can't hear it over the sound of 40 sparklers going.
That's true. Those are Roman. You can go on.
Yes, and
Yes, and it's lots of sound is happening. And I was running and I was on fire and I didn't know any water at Disney World because there's not water at Disneyland.
No, they
I
make you-
apologize.
yeah.
You have to buy it, and I didn't have my money on me because I didn't have a free hand.
I would have caught on fire anyway.
My money would have been on fire. I didn't have a hand for a wallet. But what was really nice is that the marching band was playing Happy Birthday continuously throughout the entire day.
That's nice.
All day long. It was Mickey Mouse's birthday, marching band. I know that they were tired because it was evening time because they kind of looked at me for a minute and they were like, is this part of the show? But I was running straight towards them. And that's when I locked eyes with one certain trombone player. And with the fire framing my eyes, I looked at him with desperation. And little did I know that it was a clown trombone.
Oh.
And so
That's
it
lucky.
was lucky. I was incredibly lucky in that moment.
Yeah.
And
oh,
he
well, let's
just
shout out this guy. What was this guy's name?
shout out Trombone Tony at Disneyland.
Is that his full name?
Yeah.
Trombone Tony.
Oh, wow.
First and last.
That's great. I remember reading about this story after it happened, but I didn't see him in the article.
Well, Disneyland likes to keep things under wraps sometimes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Yeah, allegedly
for the
they
sake of argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them carry
But all
clown
heroes-
trombones.
Some of them
Like
wear marching
trombone.
hats.
Yeah, that's my story.
Wow.
I found God in that story you just told.
What can I say? Miracles happen.
Well, and that's been Storytime Theater. Well,
Thank you.
I think that's for all of us.
Yeah, you deserve that. You really deserve that.
Yeah, I know. I know. You know what Tony deserves though? Because he's sad that he wasn't in the article.
oh, there you go. That's the tie-in.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't want to just play the trombone noise because there was something about a trombone.
Yeah.
I'm not like 6 years old or something.
No, that was a couple years ago.
That was a few years ago.
Well, I'm sorry that you caught fire at Disneyland and all
I'm
that.
not.
Okay. Well, you got a story to tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all's well that ends well, I guess.
He met Kangaroo Jack.
I will say that it does kind of make that story a little darker that you were like 7 years old on fire. That is like a little bit like
I lived.
bordering on child abuse, I feel
Not
like.
if I did it.
So, fun fact about Cade and Friends, this podcast that we're
It's gonna be
currently on.
so fun.
It's going to be good to edit.
We have, we've actually been incredibly popular on TikTok.
Have we?
Yeah.
I mean, have you? You're the Cade.
Yes.
Yeah, I see him flossing on there all the time.
It's been a whole, it's been a whole thing. And this success has changed this new season of Cade and Friends quite a bit.
Yeah.
And
Are we formatting it more for TikTok now?
yes, we're formatting it more for TikTok now.
Okay.
And you know what, Hannah? I think I'm going to help you with the situation. Okay.
Wow. I
yeah.
want to get you some TikTok lighting because you're the
Yes.
TikTok king, I guess.
Yes, we're the TikTok game. So this is going to be. These need to be snappy. These are quick. These are TikToks. Okay. This is. Yes, we've changed a little bit with this new season. We're chasing.
You're
fame.
different.
Yeah. Thanks.
I don't even know you anymore.
Joseph.
It's like I never knew you.
Remember to dance. This is very important to do your dances. Okay. What do you hope happens to you when you die?
Boy, when I die, I sure hope I die.
Yeah. In detail?
I sure hope when I die, I get hit by a big old truck in front of a school full of kids.
Boom. Hannah, what's something interesting about koala bears?
I think koala bears are cool because they are like bears, but they also kind of just walk around.
Yeah, that's very true. I never looked at it that way. Joseph, why are drugs not cool?
Well, Cade, drugs are not cool because the only people that do drugs are dudes with pocket squares.
Hannah, have you ever punched someone?
I've never punched anyone in my life, and if they say I did, I didn't.
Joseph, can you do an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger ordering from McDonald's?
I like the Big Mac.
Great. Hannah, for 32 cents, can you tell Joseph in detail why that impression was the worst thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
For 32 cents, I can't because that would be a lie because it's a really good impression and I saw it in my life.
Oh, okay. Joseph, for 32 cents, can you tell Hannah why she did a cop-out just then?
I can't tell her it's a cop out because it's good.
You still think that impression's good, Hannah, for 32 cents?
I love that impression. It's so good.
Joseph, for 32 cents, are either you or Hannah going to back down from this point of view that you've taken?
Never.
That was so good.
Great.
It's not a tumor.
Once again, no one has earned the 32 cents.
Maybe
That is
next time.
Great. Well, that has been our TikTok thing. And some could say we have changed a bit. This new season.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
it's
fa- the
hard.
fame.
It's hard not to. You know, you go from living in an apartment to literally a 5-story mansion. You do feel a little different.
Yeah. And it's really, this room's the only part that's in the mansion. You know, it's an empty place.
I do think it's kind of nice. It is kind of like a hearkening to your roots to have moved this room from your own apartment to your mansion.
Yeah. And I've just shoved it into a corner.
The landlord really loved that.
I mean,
The gaping hole in the apartment.
I mean, it's fine. You know, Cade was able to put a little Cade and Friends money that way. It wasn't too big a
Paint
deal.
over this. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry about it, dude.
There's the 32 cents. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's our episode.
I loved that.
Okay, great.
I'm really glad we get to end it on my most good impression.
That was a really good impression.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't lie.
Could you tell that I was wanting to say it's not a tumor? Yeah. I was trying to work that in. Couldn't find a way.
Couldn't find a way. There's not a simple way to work that in.
No.
Yeah.
At least, nothing.
Anyway, you think you can work that into like a McNuggets or order or something?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Yes, and I wouldn't.
Great. Well, so that's this episode.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't get lost.
Here, fingers crossed.
Oh no, we
Fingers
haven't
crossed.
been recording this whole time.
Oh, jeez. Like another Gronk'd situation.
Did we ever plug the Patreon? If you want more of this, then subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/Cade Thomas. It's what bits did we do?
Coyotes.
Okay,
We talked about coyotes.
Howling with the Yotes. Yeah.
We did the monologues. We
No, that wasn't in the.
we talked to
We told stories.
we talked to Hannah about Swoon City. Swoon City. When is that on, Hannah?
It's on Friday nights at 6.
It's when most people are eating dinner, but you guys can make time.
Yeah. Listen to it while you're eating dinner.
It's Friday nights
It's Friday nights.
when the lights are low.
Dim the
Sure.
lights, share a nice spaghetti meal with your mother,
Aw.
listen to Swoon City.
That is so nice.
Do you like spaghetti?
I love spaghetti.
I could do
Do you
without.
like spaghetti?
I like spaghetti. Oh, you could do without
I
spaghetti.
could do with. I like spaghetti, but I could go without.
In how?
Just it's been a few days since I've had it, so I guess I don't really need it.
Like if you were offered now or for the rest of your life.
I mean, if I was full, I probably wouldn't have any.
Okay. Oh, so when you're at Thanksgiving and there's like all
when
of the meals and
they're
you're like
carving the spaghetti.
Yeah, he's
You're like-
making a good point of that. Hannah and I cannot do without. We
No,
have to
I
have
must,
it.
if I see spaghetti, I must have
You
it.
guys get pretty nasty.
I do get nasty.
It's a mandatory thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or we turn into dark versions of ourselves. Dark
All of
Hannah.
garden is
dark
left
Hannah.
in
It's part of
ruins.
the truth's better. You must take the spaghetti.
Although it was kind of funny whenever Dark Hannah was around, she didn't care for spaghetti and was also like pretty generally like more calm.
Yeah. She also spread
was
lies,
calm.
right?
She did spread lies.
She
She was
lied,
really calm,
but-
and she was kind of cool.
She was, and she really
She
like
smoked cigarettes.
yeah, she smoked cigarettes, and like the things she lied about really wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
She would just be like, is there like, is there ginger root in this? She'd say no. Then like my face would swell up a little bit. It was like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "Oh, I'm only going 10 over," and you're like, "I can see her going 15."
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like, where are you going right now, Dark Hannah? And you'd say, oh, I have night classes, but really you're just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not you, but Dark Hannah.
Yeah, Dark Hannah.
Dark Hannah was
allegedly in Dark Hannah.
Allegedly Dark Hannah.
In the Dark Hannah canon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, great. Joseph, where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at _ Denim Daddy.
You do post really cool pictures.
Yeah.
They're okay.
They're really,
Really
cool.
cool.
They're fine.
They're really cool.
Take pictures of stuff.
You do,
They're
and they're
unique.
great. The perspective is awesome.
That's a good way of putting it. What do you use?
I use a 10-year-old Canon Rebel.
That's
XTI.
but it actually looks really good. Like it's cinematic and it's over like things that you don't typically see. I think in a ways.
I like to take little stuff and use it as a frame, kind of like frame other stuff in the picture. It's just stuff. It's fine.
What about your dog?
My dog Pebble, she's pretty cool. She's cool. I got a cat too. His name's Poofy. It wasn't meant to be like his. I know we're at the end of the podcast here, but let me tell you about the origin
Not
story
for
of my
Patreon,
cat
for the
Poofy.
full sode.
My cat Poofy, we had a cat named Alphaba that I'd found at college.
Oh.
Brought her home, and then the neighbor cat knocked her up.
Oh.
And she gave birth to like 9 kittens in my parents' closet.
Oh.
And so we just kind of gave him little nicknames to sort him out. And so he had a poofy tail, unlike the rest of them, and so we called him Poofy. And then we just we got the rest of the cats' homes, but we couldn't separate ourselves from Poofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that something?
That's sweet.
That's a story.
It is, and you know what? You can complete the story by going to my Instagram and seeing pictures of Poofy.
and adopting a cat.
And you guys can also adopt a cat. There's plenty of places where you can adopt a cat. Plenty of cats need homes. Probably don't even have to go anywhere to adopt one. Probably just like go to a dumpster somewhere. You'll probably find a few.
It's a problem.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of strays.
problem, yeah.
Spay and neuter your pets.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob Barker.
That's a good PSA for
Yeah.
Cade Friends podcast.
Yeah. That's why I like to end all my shows.
Yeah.
I get to spay and neuter your
In memory of Bob
Responsible pet
Barker.
ownership.
Yeah. Bob Barker.
It's kind of funny, right?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's a reference everyone gets, right?
No, but I mean, like, his name's Barker.
Oh. Yeah.
It's spay and neuter because dogs are pets and they bark.
Oh.
Oh. You think that's why he went by that?
I think so. I think he also just really didn't like animals doing that.
Yeah. Barking?
No, the other thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was a fan of barking though.
He liked barking. He liked that part of him. He owned a dog and he's like, I like this barking guy. But then he met another dog and he's like, no.
Hannah, where can people find you?
People can try to find me.
It's hard.
It's hard.
hard.
You can try, but you shouldn't. Yeah, no.
Do you like being found, Hannah?
I'm
You get like kind of a certain rush out of it, right?
So every now and then I'll switch my Instagram to private, and then sometimes I'll do it public. Just it's not even for any particular reason. I just switch on and off.
That's what it feels like in the moment.
It's like an exclusive club sometimes. Other times it's very inclusive. So you can either find me or you can't by just searching my name. Good luck. You can also listen to my radio show. That's I guess what we're plugging.
It'd probably be pretty easy to find you from that.
Maybe.
Or
you can
not.
try.
Yeah.
Cade, where can people find you?
They can find me here, I guess.
In your house, in your mansion, your 5-story mansion, in the pod room.
In the place in which they're listening to this is really probably not the physical place.
Oklahoma?
Oh, I mean the
Ohio?
app or whatever you are consuming this in is where I exist in. I exist on the virtual plane in that player in which you're listening to this.
That's why we've never touched you.
Yeah.
Because you're like a hologram.
Well, you're also in this space. You're also only digital ones and zeros that people are listening to right now.
I'm not real? Am I a hologram?
Okay.
I knew it. I always knew it.
Did I perform at Coachella for Tupac?
That's an interesting question, Joseph.
Maybe that's what we leave
And he's
them
not
with.
answering it.
He knows things. He knows things he's not telling us.
We already knew that.
So follow me on Instagram or anything, I guess, at the Cade Thomas on YouTube. It's Cade Thomas. You might be watching this on YouTube. If you are listening to this as a podcast, it's available on all podcasting platforms. You can rate it. I think that's what they say. Rate it 5 stars.
But what if they didn't like it
subscribe.
5?
What if they didn't think it was 5?
You can lie.
I think
No, this whole podcast, the PSA I have is don't lie.
No, that's the opposite of me, though.
I'm really glad the last episode was mysteriously deleted. I might have admitted to something that contradicts this entire show. But I didn't because it doesn't exist.
doesn't exist. Well, I so rate it 5 stars or whatever. Subscribe, click the buttons. Anyways, or listen to it as a video version on YouTube. Well, I appreciate you guys doing this and booking out the time, and I know it's got to be somewhat tiring.
Yeah, we just came from another set. So.
Yeah.
We do this all day and all night.
Well, let's keep going then. No.
Okay.
Well, not this. Like we do other ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're a traveling duo.
Yeah.
You think you guys should take it on the road, Laurel and Hardy style? Do your little bits and stuff.
Do your little bit.
Or just do your little thing.
Yeah.
We're performers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she is. I'm a liar.
Yeah.
One of us
okay. You
speaks
can
the
perform
truth. The other tells only lies.
Oh, is that the bit?
Wow.
That's the bit. Yeah.
I love that.
That's the dynamic we've set up.
Yeah.
Or is it?
It is.
That's confusing because we both said that it's a thinker.
Yeah.
Don't think about
I
it.
think the best part about your comedy shows that you guys do is that you make the audience really confused about.
We lock the doors too. They hate that.
They're sitting there like, wait, okay, so he lies, and she does. It's often it's a real thinker because one of your people, it's hard to follow, but it's
We do occasionally cover news stories as like part of the segments.
We do that. Yeah.
yeah.
It's difficult when one of us is a liar and one of us is a truther. So
It's true. I remember it was that cruise ship, that sank.
yeah.
That was a tough night. That was a tough night. We did not get through that story very coherently.
Because you switch off and on, right?
We switch off and on.
It was like 3 paragraphs of text.
It was like 5.
Oh,
See, this is the part.
communication is difficult for us.
Yeah,
Especially when you ask him.
I forget. He's so convincing.
He's the one who remembers everything, but he tells you the opposite. of what it is.
Yeah, because
And you're always asking him.
I infamously
truth
can't remember things.
we're essentially both just telling lies. She just doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Or do you?
Great.
This has been so fun. Thank you for having
No
us,
problem.
the comedy duo.
And when is your next set that you guys are doing together?
Our next set is February 13th.
February 14th.
Yeah. That's 2024, right?
2024. We can disclose that at this point.
So that is
that's
your
the plan.
Valentine's. That's
That's
your
the
Valentine's Day
plan.
plan.
I did say it was 26 earlier. I forgot. I'm 25, so I'm sorry about that.
Please don't listen.
Wow.
Listen to him, but don't.
Listen to him, but don't Don't think about it.
Don't believe him.
Well,
Thank you for having us.
thank you.
It has
Thank
been
you.
so fun.
I like having you guys on.
This podcast should be called the Irish Goodbye.
Ooh.
Or no, sorry, Midwest Goodbye. Irish, they just leave.
Yeah, it's the where we have to we say goodbye. Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
it's
think we
been
said goodbye.
fun.
Third.
We're
Very
inching towards the
nice.
metaphorical door.
Oh, how are the kids?
Oh, geez. I guess it's about to be time to hit in the old trail. How's the dog now?
Yeah. Great.
I guess I would fuck myself.
Okay, that's it.
Bye.
Life
good
is
to
so
hear.
slay, honestly.
Life is slay.
Life is so slay.
Oh, so
I'm so happy to be here.
My life is also so slay.